There's a quiet habit that many people develop as they age, one that seems harmless, even comforting. Sleeping during the day. A short nap here, a little dozing off there. But what if I told you that this innocent habit might be silently shaving years off your life? Scientists have been uncovering surprising truths about the way daytime sleep affects our longevity, brain health, and even our body's ability to fight disease. Yet, most people never think twice about it. The truth is, our bodies were designed to function in harmony with natural light cycles. When we disrupt this rhythm, the consequences go beyond just feeling groggy. And here's the scary part. Many of the warning signs are so subtle that by the time you realize what's happening, the damage has already begun. Famous psychologist Carl Jung once said, "People don't have ideas. Ideas have people." And in this case, the belief that sleeping whenever we feel tired is harmless has taken over many lives. But is it really that simple? Scientists are beginning to suggest otherwise. Let's dive into what makes daytime sleep so risky and how it might be silently affecting your lifespan. The truth may shock you. Our bodies are not machines. They are living, breathing organisms deeply connected to the rhythm of the world around us. From the moment we are born, we operate on a natural cycle known as the circadian rhythm, an internal clock that tells us when to wake up, when to sleep, and even when to heal. This rhythm is set by the rising and setting of the sun, something that has been happening for millions of years. But what happens when we break this cycle? Think about it this way. Imagine you have a finely tuned watch that keeps perfect time, but every day you shake it a little, twist the dials, or stop it for a few hours. At first, it may still work, but over time, it loses accuracy. The same thing happens when we sleep too much during the day. Our body gets confused, our internal clock shifts, and we start experiencing serious health consequences without even realizing it. The science behind the disruption. Scientific studies have revealed that excessive daytime sleep throws off the body's ability to regulate key functions like metabolism, immune response, and even brain function. According to researchers at Harvard Medical School, the more we interrupt our natural sleep-wake cycle, the more we increase our risk of developing serious health conditions, including heart disease, diabetes, and even neurodegenerative disorders like Alzheimer's. One shocking study from the University of California found that people who frequently napped for more than an hour during the day had a 30% higher risk of dying earlier than those who stuck to a natural sleep pattern. Why? Because excessive daytime sleep can lead to chronic inflammation in the body, weaken the heart, and even slow down cognitive function over time. The hidden connection to brain health. You may think a nap helps you feel refreshed, but what if it's actually making your brain weaker? Research from Cambridge University found that people who regularly take long daytime naps experience faster cognitive decline than those who stay awake throughout the day. Why? Because deep sleep cycles are designed to happen at night. When we sleep too much during the day, our nighttime sleep quality suffers, leading to poor memory, slower thinking, and an increased risk of dementia over time. Neuroscientist Dr. Matthew Walker, author of Why We Sleep, explains it best. The shorter your sleep, the shorter your life. There is no way around it. But here's the thing. This applies not only to people who don't sleep enough, but also to those who sleep at the wrong times. Sleeping excessively during the day sends mixed signals to your brain, confusing it about when to rest and when to stay alert. The impact on longevity and overall health. If you've ever woken up from a daytime nap feeling sluggish, unfocused, or even more tired than before, you've experienced what scientists call sleep inertia. It's a sign that your brain was interrupted in the wrong sleep phase, making you feel worse instead of better. Over time, these interruptions can damage your body's ability to regulate energy, leading to weight gain, high blood pressure, and even a weakened immune system. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that people who frequently nap for long periods have a higher risk of metabolic syndrome, which includes obesity, high cholesterol, and insulin resistance, major factors that shorten lifespan. The body thrives on balance, and when we start disrupting that balance with irregular sleep, it leads to a domino effect of health problems that can creep up silently. But isn't napping supposed to be healthy? You might be wondering, but I've heard that short naps are good for you, and that's true, to a certain extent. A brief 10 to 20-minute nap can give a slight energy boost without interfering with your circadian rhythm. But once a nap exceeds 30 minutes, it starts pushing you into deep sleep stages, making it harder for your body to regulate its natural cycle. Dr. Charles Cheisler, a sleep expert at Harvard, explains, "We were not designed for long periods of daytime sleep. Our bodies expect wakefulness in the light and rest in the dark. Anything that disrupts this rhythm increases health risks." So, what does this mean for those who are used to daytime sleeping? It means that while occasional short naps might not be harmful, excessive daytime sleep can be silently cutting years off your life. And the worst part? Most people don't even realize it's happening. The question now is, how do we fix it? How can we break free from this cycle and restore our body's natural rhythm? The answer might be simpler than you think. The good news: your body is incredibly adaptive. Even if you've been sleeping during the day for years, you can still reset your internal clock, restore your energy, and even slow down the aging process, if you take the right steps. The key isn't just about avoiding daytime sleep, but about understanding why your body craves it in the first place and making changes that address the root of the problem. Think of it like a neglected garden. If weeds have taken over, simply pulling them out isn't enough. You have to plant new seeds, nurture the soil, and make sure they get enough sunlight. Similarly, resetting your sleep cycle isn't just about not napping, it's about giving your body the right environment and habits to naturally stay awake and energized during the day. Why you feel the urge to sleep. During the day, before we fix the problem, we need to understand it. If you find yourself constantly drowsy during the day, it's not just because of aging. There are deeper reasons at play. Your nighttime sleep is poor. Quality. Many older adults experience fragmented sleep, meaning they wake up frequently throughout the night. This happens due to hormonal changes, decreased melatonin production, or even hidden health issues like sleep apnea. When your night sleep is disturbed, your body tries to make up for it by craving sleep during the day. Your energy levels are dropping too fast. As we age, metabolism slows down, and if we're not getting the right nutrients, our energy crashes by midday. This makes us feel tired and sluggish, pushing us toward daytime naps. But in reality, it's not more sleep we need. It's better energy management. Lack of movement and sunlight exposure. Our body's natural clock is heavily influenced by light and activity. If we spend too much time indoors or lead a mostly sedentary lifestyle, our body loses track of when it should be alert and when it should rest. This is why people who exercise and get plenty of sunlight tend to sleep better and feel more awake during the day. Your brain is looking for an escape. Sometimes excessive daytime sleep isn't about tiredness, it's about boredom or emotional fatigue. If life lacks excitement, purpose, or meaningful engagement, the body responds by shutting down through sleep. This is a silent but serious issue, especially for older adults who feel isolated or uninspired. How to stop daytime sleep and feel more energized. Now that we understand why daytime sleep happens, let's focus on solutions. These steps aren't just about avoiding naps. They're about rewiring your body to naturally stay awake, feel energetic, and sleep deeply at night. Create a sleep-boosting night routine. The biggest mistake most people make is focusing on daytime habits when the real problem starts at night. If your nighttime sleep improves, your need for daytime sleep will naturally disappear. Here's how to do it. Set a strict bedtime and wake-up time. Your body craves consistency. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day helps stabilize your internal clock. Avoid blue light before bed. Phones, TVs, and even bright LED lights trick your brain into thinking it's daytime, reducing melatonin production. Try dimming lights and avoiding screens at least an hour before bed. Keep your bedroom cool and dark. Studies show that people sleep best in a slightly cold environment, around 65 degrees Fahrenheit or 18 degrees Celsius, and total darkness. Expose yourself to morning sunlight. This is one of the most powerful ways to reset your body's clock. Sunlight in the morning signals your brain that it's time to wake up, helping regulate melatonin and energy levels. Step outside within the first hour of waking up. Even just 10 to 15 minutes of morning sunlight can have a massive impact on your energy levels. If you can't get outside, sit by a bright window. Natural light exposure, even indoors, helps regulate circadian rhythms. Boost your energy without napping. If you feel drowsy during the day, try these alternative ways to recharge instead of sleeping. Drink water first. Dehydration is a hidden cause of fatigue. Most people don't drink enough water, especially in old age, leading to sluggishness. Stretch or move around. A short walk or gentle stretching can be more energizing than a nap. Movement stimulates blood flow, making you feel alert. Eat energy-boosting foods. Instead of relying on caffeine or sugar, eat foods rich in protein, fiber, and healthy fats to keep energy stable. Nuts, eggs, yogurt, and leafy greens work wonders. Engage your brain in something stimulating. Here's an interesting fact. Boredom can make you feel sleepy. If your mind isn't engaged in something interesting, it shuts down and creates artificial drowsiness. Pick up a new hobby. Learning something new keeps your brain active and engaged. Read, write, or play a game. Activities that challenge your brain help maintain mental sharpness and reduce the urge to sleep. Socialize more. Conversations, laughter, and interaction with others stimulate the brain and keep you naturally alert. The mindset shift. Finding purpose in your waking hours. Finally, one of the biggest reasons people sleep excessively during the day isn't physical, it's emotional. Many older adults feel like their most exciting years are behind them, leading to feelings of emptiness and lack of motivation. This creates a cycle where the brain prefers to check out rather than stay engaged. But here's the thing, you are never too old to rediscover purpose. Whether it's learning, helping others, traveling, or simply engaging in meaningful conversations, the secret to staying awake and energized isn't just biological, it's mental. Philosopher Seneca once said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Instead of letting time pass by in sleep, think about how you can make each moment richer, fuller, and more engaging. When you fill your days with things that excite you, challenge you, and give you purpose, you'll find that sleepiness fades away naturally. You won't feel the need to nap because your mind will crave activity more than rest. There's something unsettling about the slow creep of excessive daytime sleep. It doesn't happen all at once. It starts small. A nap here, a little dozing off there. But over time, it becomes a way of life, stealing away hours, days, even years, without you realizing it. And the most dangerous part, you don't notice how much time you're losing until it's already gone. The truth is, sleeping too much during the day isn't just about fatigue. It's about what you're missing while you sleep. Time is the one thing we can never get back. Every minute spent asleep is a minute you could have spent living. The life you could be missing. Think about the last time you closed your eyes for an afternoon nap. What could you have done instead? Maybe you could have gone for a walk, felt the sun on your skin, and let the fresh air clear your mind. Maybe you could have picked up the phone and called an old friend, rekindling a connection that's been fading with time. Maybe you could have read a book, learned something new, or even written down your thoughts, turning them into something valuable for the next generation. Every time you choose sleep over life, you're not just losing time, you're losing experiences. As Leonardo da Vinci once said, as a well-spent day brings happy sleep, so a life well spent brings happy death. If you fill your days with meaning, your nights will naturally bring deep, restful sleep. But if you waste your waking hours in sleep, you may one day find yourself wide awake with regret. The psychological trap of daytime sleep. One of the hardest things about breaking free from excessive sleep is that it often becomes a cycle of avoidance. Many people sleep not because they're physically tired, but because they don't want to face something. Some people sleep to escape loneliness. Instead of feeling the emptiness of a quiet home, they retreat into sleep where time doesn't exist. Others sleep to avoid dealing with stress. Financial worries, health problems, or unresolved conflicts can feel overwhelming. So instead of facing them, they check out through sleep. For some, sleep becomes a way to fill the void when life feels repetitive and unexciting. If every day feels the same, the brain starts looking for a way to make time pass faster, and sleep becomes the easiest escape. But here's the thing. Sleep won't solve any of these problems. It only delays them. And the more you avoid life, the more life moves on without you. The only way to truly break free is to consciously choose to engage with the world again. Breaking free. A life reclaimed. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning and making a different choice. Instead of slipping back into old habits, you decide, no naps today. Even if you feel a little tired, you push through, because you know your body is adjusting to a better rhythm. You step outside. The morning sun hits your face, and you take a deep breath of fresh air, feeling alive. You call someone you haven't spoken to in a while. The sound of their voice brings back memories, and suddenly, you don't feel so alone. You challenge your mind. Maybe you read a new book, try a puzzle, or start a creative project that excites you. You move your body. A short walk, a few stretches, whatever feels good. You feel the energy returning, slowly but surely. One day turns into two. 2 days turn into a week. Before you know it, you've rewired your brain. You don't crave naps anymore. You sleep deeply at night. You feel more alive, more engaged, more present. And then one day, you look back and realize you didn't just stop sleeping during the day. You got your life back. There's an old saying, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Maybe you've spent years trapped in the habit of sleeping too much during the day. Maybe you feel like it's too late to change. But the truth is, it's never too late to start living differently. If you do nothing, the days will keep slipping by. But if you make the choice, today, right now, to start making small changes, you'll be amazed at how different your life can feel. So here's the challenge. Stay awake. Stay awake not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Engage with the world. Be present. Make every moment count. Because in the end, it's not about how long you sleep. It's about how fully you live.